Thank you, Shadow. I think the main slightly difficult part for me is switching between Mesmer's voice and Narrator 37's because it's so vastly different.
Deadpan monotone immediately to like peppy, like slightly British accent.
It's so high. I think that's the main issue. Like
Yeah.
you go from like this very low tone, chill voice to this very excited, super high one. I feel like what would be worse though is if it was like a difference between Mesmer and Paimon. I would
Oh,
have given you the Paimon for that one. I would not be doing that to myself.
well, for me, when I do Paimon's voice, I go into falsetto because, yeah, no.
There's no emergency food! Paimon is not emergency food! It has banana!
A group of Paimons, everyone run!
Oh my goodness. But yeah, you're doing a great job. Yeah, maybe let's take a quick hydration again. I'm gonna do that myself.
Yeah, I'm now drinking this movie because I like finished my milk with honey long ago. I finished like an entire water bottle.
There you
And
go.
now I'm drinking my smoothie.
Alright. Part 3. Deviation. Those mischievous little things always arrive unexpectedly. And now, lucky me, I am honored to serve as the escort for you two ladies.
You're late.
Sorry.
Sorry, but at least I'm not the last one we're waiting on. The fourth chair at the round table is pulled out. The young researcher seats himself with his characteristic smile. Sounds like you're expounding on our recent narrative. Ezra, my friend, can you deduce our current destination?
Too simple.
Question is simple, but as usual, we'll need a hint. We are currently within the domain of this function.
I think...
I think I'm beginning to understand Miss 37's, 37's sense of humor. It's here, isn't it? The Laplace Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Correct!
The Laplace Museum looks a lot like the museum in Pickle's story.
At least it's not the room of Spathodea. Also, I couldn't read whatever
That was so
37
fast.
Yeah.
I've heard of museums before. This place is like a number line, marked with important points. We can't mark all the good numbers because they're infinite.
Brilliant!
But we can still pick some representative ones. So when we look at this number line, we can see their progress and relations. It's a good approach.
Oh!
What's in this glass case? Is it some kind of metal wall?
That's the pedalite. It contains metal, but we typically classify it as a rare earth mineral. People often confuse it with zircon, but I must assert there is a substantial difference. But I thought you'd be more intrigued by the asteroid adjacent to it. See that ethereal blue color? It typically captures the eye before its neighbor.
All the crystals inside have 3 axes perpendicular to each other, but the lengths are not the same. It's not a perfect shape. This one is different. Look closely. If we took a cross section, it would form a perfect square. The 4 individual faces of these crystals are symmetrical. Wait,
A perfect number.
look at this. The crystals. There's no mistaking it. They are made of dodecahedrons, and regular dodecahedrons at that. This mineral has the most perfect shape in this display case.
I believe that's a 20-sided shape.
I
Could
don't
be
even
wrong.
know how to pronounce it. I was
That-
doing whatever.
Yeah, you got it. Dodecahedron. Yep.
That's the D20 D&D dice.
Ah, that's what that's called.
Oh, now I can imagine what it looks like. Thank you.
Natural 20. Let's go.
I love natural.
And I've rolled a natural 20. Now I can decide what we do next.
No. I don't want that to happen, actually. I feel like 37 will choose
Wait.
math lesson every time.
Sorry, 12-sided. It's the 12-sided one.
Oh, okay.
Icosahedron is
It
the,
is not a natural 20.
Yeah, you failed. Go back. Got so excited too. Dodeca. That's a 210. So wait, what's 20 then?
icosahedron.
Icosahedron. Okay.
Thank you.
Then, allow me to thank you on behalf of this garnet. In fact, I also have a fondness for the stone. An endearing appearance paired with peerless practicality. Have I mentioned I possess many small spheres of mineral, of varying sizes and cuts? I often select one based on my mood. Observing those exquisite little objects, rolling the track is a real delight.
Oh,
You mean you have lots of perfect squares? May I see your collection?
That's right.
Absolutely. I'm glad we share a similar interest in them. The smiling researcher looks at the young mathematician, pondering over her for a moment.
Looks like...
You've got a unique perspective on the exhibits here, but I think there are some others you'll find even more fascinating. Are you interested in the insect exhibition?
Do they have any weevils? I've heard that they contain a perfect representation of the golden ratio.
The girl bounces towards the exit hall like a mint green balloon. Mesmer Jr. doesn't take part in the animated discussion about minerals, bugs, and geometry. She remains, as ever, a model visitor, quietly approaching the exhibits and offering only occasional whispered thoughts.
This place has changed a lot since the last time I was here. I don't remember any of these exhibits.
As far as I know,
After our mutual friend Ezra took over the mantle of curator, he exerted considerable effort in this space's development. Ooh, continuity. He reconfigured the layout of the halls, increased the number of exhibits by nearly half, and greatly expanded the range of the items on display.
look!
Check out this golem dung, for example. Before Ezra, you'd never see something like this here. And at most, the exhibit's description would merely state that over 90% of the rock golem dung is composed of rock. Not disparaged, but the old curators were the type to say, "Oh no, we can't have this sort of thing here. It's entirely inappropriate. Get out of my display." But here it is, Rocky Golem Dung, displayed in the world's finest museum. Scanning over new exhibits, Mesmer finds herself agreeing with her colleague for once.
I heard the Laplace Museum's workload has doubled since the storm began. So much for a cushy, prestigious job. Now it's a real challenge. Each time the storm approaches, the museum's exhibits must all be moved to a safer location. Then, once the storm passes, there's the tedious task of taking inventory.
Everything fell into chaos after the storm. Painstakingly achieved results obliterate overnight. After living through it several times, It's difficult not to lose hope.
But this place has been restored to life.
Fabulous.
Ezra's passionate, inclusive, and pragmatic. Appointing him as the curator. I could not finish the sentence. I hate when loud explosions interrupts my praise. Ezra's passionate, inclusive, and pragmatic. Appointing him as the curator was the right decision.
Kaboom! A loud explosion of surprise.
What?
What was that noise? What's going on here?
In the office area at the rear of the museum, thick smoke billows out from a room around the corner.
Was that explosion part of an exhibit? I don't like it. No, I'm certain it wasn't.
Amidst confusion, a familiar figure emerged from the smoke, and Mesmer Jr. instantly sees red.
Ugh.
Oh right, I'm the medicine pocket, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silence, we're just judging.
No worries, no worries.
Silence.
Ah, damn it! I knew the data was off. Those dumbasses might as well have volcano ash for brains. Fortunately, I came prepared. Try this on for size. The instigator mutters while putting out the therapy bulb, roughly stripping its leaves before tossing it into the smoky room. In a matter of moments, the room ceased to spew smoke into the air, much to everyone's relief. Mesmer's mortal enemy. I'm so done. Couldn't that heat-resistant layer have lasted just a couple more seconds?
Insanity.
You're not done with me, you aren't. How about you explain why you're here and what...
Again.
You're not done with me, you aren't. How about you explain why you're here and just what you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm making cupcakes, of course. Cupcakes? I do love cupcakes, especially with a cup of fresh brewed coffee.
So gross.
Stop joking around, Medicine Pocket. What were you thinking, bringing your insane experiments here? Does Ezra know about this? How in the hell? I just can't believe you.
Mesmer Jr. has no patience for Medicine Pocket's less than reasonable excuses today. She feels the need to retract her praise for the new Laplace museum creator. It's clear to see that the young man's overly generous attitude has opened the door to certain shameless individuals.
Keep away from me.
Fine. You know what? Do whatever you want.
The therapist makes her decision. A wise, rational, responsible decision.
Follow me.
Let's keep moving, 37. Just ignore this person and this unpleasant little episode and continue our tour of the museum. Of course, if the cupcake lover wants to stay behind, he's more than welcome to. After all, sometimes you need to be careful about the company you keep. Right, 37?
The mint green balloon she swore is gone, having floated over to the beagle.
Huh?
You mentioned the data being off. What data? May I examine it?
A variety of horrible scenarios flash in Mesmer's imagination. Of course, anything to do with numbers seems to carry a special allure to her companion.
Leave me alone.
First of all, who the heck are you? And second, what's it to Wait. They sniff the unfamiliar balloon up and down with curiosity.
Is that...
Oh, you're the one with numbers for a name. I've heard of you.
Not rigorous. That's totally inaccurate. There are infinite sets of numbers in the world, but I'm 37. Just one number.
Ah, fine. Whatever. Just show me what you can do, number brain. Come on over here and take a look at this for me.
Wow.
The mid-green balloon is whisked away by the beagle. The horror begins to feel real.
Good.
I think it's about time you answered my question. What exactly are you researching?
The therapist questions directly to the late arriving last participant on this ice cream round table. But the individual being questioned merely pulls out a chair, sits down, starts devouring their ice cream with gusto, clearly unfazed by the accusation.
Hey, stop it.
Why don't you exercise that big brain of yours and take a guess? If you can't figure it out, well, I guess you have to settle with the cupcakes explanation.
I looked at Medicine Pocket's data. It seemed to be concerned with some kind of plant or maybe an insect. Sorry, I was only paying attention to the numbers.
That's right.
Medicine Pocket is trying to find a way to artificially cultivate Ophiosordicips icarus, a precious herb that only grows in extreme volcanic environments with very limited annual yields. Local legends say it boasts miraculous effects and can even bring the dead back to life. Obviously, that is likely to be an exaggerated claim.
Research shows...
But after examining the related records, we believe the herb's ethanol extract may have powerful neural repair properties.
an extraordinary discovery.
If this can be confirmed, there may be a path to a cure for many presently incurable neurological diseases. Think about the hope that could bring to people around the world.
Brilliant!
That sounds like a wonderful thing. I didn't know Medicine Pocket was doing such important research.
That's right.
Wait, did I mispronounce neurological?
No. I mean, the first time you stumbled over it, but then afterwards you got it right. You're good.
Okay, because Twine is neurological.
I'm
What?
making a joke about how I don't know. Never mind.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're
no,
good.
you're confusing me. I'm already struggling.
Did I say joke at my expense? I mean, I'm just tormenting Shelly even more.
I'm gonna time out you.
Do it.
Anyways, no, I need to pronounce whatever is going on here now.
See, you misunderstood, Miss Mesmer. This isn't just some feather-brained scheme. It's a meaningful project with real value to civilization. That's why I allowed Medicine Pocket to perform their work here in the museum.
The young museum curator is known for sincere virtue. It is hard to remain indifferent when seeing things through his young eyes.
But that's still no reason to allow explosions in the museum.
Hey, stop it.
First, don't misunderstand. First, don't misunderstand. Blah, blah, blah. First, don't misunderstand my intentions. I don't give a crap about some miracle cure. I just want to find out if this thing is as amazing as I didn't say. And as is an incident, you can blame those incompetent Sasquatch responsible for producing the local environment data. Their records are a mess.
You could have done all this in a lab.
You think I didn't want to? I submitted my application. You think I didn't want to? I submitted my application, but that miserable old man's bureaucratic processing has request piled up the foundation ceiling. Ophiocordicep icarus only grows for a few months. If we miss this chance, we're going to have to wait a whole year, and I won't wait that long. So, I kicked open the old man's office, and then...
What a
and then you got
coincidence.
kicked out. I happened to be passing by and witnessed the whole entire episode.
Look!
I must concede, Mr. Hoffman had a point. If everyone stormed into this office claiming their matter was more urgent than everyone else's, and demanded immediate assent, there'd be no end to the chaos.
Fine.
I know Geezer looks like a wilted gray knotweed, but he's pretty prickly.
But...
However, as I recall, he did grant you permission. He said, figure it out for yourself. Sure.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I figured it out. Madison Pocket flashed a mischievous smile.
And you, my friend.
When you make it big, you have to help out the little guys. That's what good friends do, right? Besides, this museum is huge.
I reject. I maintain my opinion.
Anyway, just look. Our narrative's protagonists are now all present. When young researchers congregate, we envision it to spark some kind of chemical reaction, a guarantee for a bright future.
But
there is a minor issue. Our two friends here appear to have made a slight divergence in problem-solving philosophy. Sorry, I spoke too fast and I actually couldn't breathe for a second. Hang on.
Please breathe.
Yeah. I was like, there's a hyphen there, so no breathing mark. Oh, I'm out of breath. But there is a minor issue. Our two friends here appear to have made a slight divergence in their problem-solving philosophies. Concern appears in the young creator's face.
What happened? And the answer is... This is the answer. It doesn't match the numbers you entered into the device. So, it went wrong. You need to adjust this number, and you will reach the correct solution.
Huh?
What? That's impossible! And the draft paper snatched away. This genius biological researcher, who has produced several groundbreaking results in the field of arcana, is no ordinary individual. After a moment, they look up. Guess what? You were right. Dang. Immediate assent. Nice. However, a word indicating a turn, spoken with a particularly firm tone.
And then...
You can't just say it's just a number and be done with it. The problem isn't solved yet. How do we actually make that change? This isn't just some adjustable parameter. It's the real world, kid.
You mean it's a dependent variable in another function? No problem. Show me the formula.
No, that's not what I mean. Come on now, you can't talk about hard numbers and say, just change it.
Why not? During my time at the computing center, many people came to me saying, 37, I don't understand why the data is like this. You understand the language of numbers. Tell me what they are saying. They were confused by data anomalies, but there are no unknown exceptions or inexplicable errors. No number is wrong. It's just that you simply haven't discovered the appropriate theorem to include it.
The girl's face no hint of pride. She says it all as if stating an undeniable fact.
You haven't truly understood it. If you are confused, then it's because you haven't yet discovered the real pattern. I'd be happy to help, just like I helped the others.
All present in the office hold their breath for a moment.
Ugh.
Wow. You sure have big mouth for a little girl. You think all the puzzles have answers and you can solve them just like that?
Yes and no. There are so many puzzles in the universe. Even if the first challengers couldn't solve them, their attempts became the foundation for future attempts.
I think.
I just think the problem at hand isn't so difficult that we need to leave it to our successors.
Great!
Huh.
Great!
I gotta say-
Fantastic!
I gotta say, I haven't come up against a challenge quite as interesting as this in a long time. The situation seems to be veering towards the chaotic, until someone realizes it's time to intervene.
Fabulous.
Perhaps you two could calm yourselves and be a little more rational in your discussion. Especially you, Medicine Pocket. You know that 30... Okay, you're good. Perhaps you two could calm yourselves and be a little more rational in your discussion. Especially you, Medicine Pocket. You know that 37 didn't mean it that way.
Huh?
What do you mean, especially me? You were standing right here. You heard what she said, right? She started it, so don't go picking on me. The intervention has little effect, and the conflict seems to be escalating. Fortunately, there's another participant who has long been skilled at mediating conflict in his own way. Attention, everyone! Who would like some ice cream? All eyes turn toward him.
You can't be serious, right?
Again? Seriously?
Get bent! Do you think I'm still in kindergarten?
What's ice cream?
His initial attempt ran to an unexpected challenge, but he knows how to regain control. There's a shop in the refreshments area over there. My treat. The last two words have a predictable effect.
Good job.
Now you're in for it. I want the full works. With the first breaking of the ice and the first scoop of ice cream, things become easier. Oh yeah, we're talking sprinkles, marshmallows, chocolate, all of it.
No, I want ice cream again. I hate this quest because ice cream gets mentioned so many times. And later
Right
in more
there.
detail, and I'm just sitting here like, I want ice cream.
Do you have an ice cream place near you?
It's like 10 p.m.
Well, yeah, but I mean, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah?
I was gonna say 10 p.m.
Go
No,
on.
no, they're closed. They're closed.
Exactly.
You don't have super late night.
No. And on Sundays, every store is closed, aside from like restaurants. So tomorrow, everything is closed in Germany. You can't buy anything.
Not even convenience store. How does capitalism work if there's a one day in a week that there's no business?
See, Germany
Sure.
is very Christian and like, you know, Catholic, and on Sunday you rest.
Funny story. There's a mall. So the county that I live in, we have blue laws, which are retail is closed on Sunday because Christianity, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
And there's a very big law that's violating that law. A very big mall that's violating that law because capitalism.
Money. I like money.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like in Germany, aside from obvious jobs like the hospital, like if you work at a hospital, or I don't know, the police, whatever, restaurant, stuff like that, or like what's it called? When you need to what's it called? Oh my god. My
You
brain
need
is
to
so empty.
buy something?
When you're driving a car and your car is running out of fuel.
Oh,
Gas
petrol
stations?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, because in German it's Tankstelle.
Tankstelle.
Yeah.
Or
That's
probably
literally
butchered
That's
that.
actually like charging place.
Oh my god, your
Tank.
cars are all electrified?
Right? I was gonna say.
No, but like tanking is like charging or like, you know, putting fuel in your car. That's just a word that we use for it, but yeah.
Charging in German doesn't mean the same as charging in English, I guess.
I mean, not really, because tanken is for cars and aufladen or laden or something like that is for your phone.
Hi, Sil. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you.
Hello,
welcome to the
Sil.
chat. I see it's your first time here.
But yeah,
Sylvia.
so gas stations are also open on Sundays, is what I wanted to say.
Yes. I got that.
Obviously. But yeah, everything else, like if you just want to go to the city to shop for outfits or toys or whatever, or just if you want to like buy groceries at a grocery store, they are closed on Sundays. So
Yeah,
if
no ice
anyone
cream,
ever
unfortunately.
decides, I mean, I have ice cream in my fridge.
Oh,
pretty
good.
sure, in my freezer. But like, I can't have ice cream right now because
Voice
the
acting.
the milk layer, yeah, will probably like lay itself over my throat, and then I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. Right, we're about halfway, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's 8
Well,
chapters.
halfway is 4 is the it's always 8.
Alright. Shall we continue then?
Yep.
Alright. Part 4. Dodecagram. Dots connect lines. Lines move to form faces. No coordinate goes without invitation. Oh, the ad. I forgot about the ad.
Fine.
Well, hang on, I'll let the ad play first.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
I want to make completely clear that I'm not asking to solve that freaking number problem. It's my job, and I'm confident I can solve it. Misunderstandings are cleared up, and cones are bitten through.
I have to remind you.
Can I just say this? You've got some serious tone issues you need to work on. Not everyone is as broad-minded as me, understand? Hey, are you listening to me? The answer is no. The girl's attention is wrapped entirely on the ice cream being handed to her.
Here you go, cutie pie. It's chocolate.
She holds the frosty sweet treat in her small hand, the refreshing chill brushing past her skin.
This. Huh?
A perfect number.
This is a perfect Dodecagram. Why would it look like this?
Got it.
You mean... Oh, looking at the shape from above. Right.
It looks like someone's starting up again.
We see it! So this is some kind of mold, isn't it? What a tasteful choice!
Essentially.
I can see its shape. 4 equilateral
Triangles? Jeez. Equilateral, right? Is that how you...
Equilateral, yep.
Say it again, it's slow.
Equilateral.
Equilateral. Oh my god, I hate mathematics. I hate mathematics in German. It's not getting easier in English.
I can see its shape. 4 equilateral triangles combined. So, it can be represented by the Schläfli symbol. 12 divided by 4.
Or, the person holding the cone spun it in a circle on the ice cream machine.
Decaf nosh. And it's pronounced clay. Twin clay.
Lee. Finding a strange satisfaction in the ice cream shape, 37 speaks. She eagerly pulls out a notebook and pen and starts to write. Both notebook and pen are emblazoned with the Laplace logo. Everyone present has their own, but none have ever played ice cream and star-shaped polygons side by side like this.
Let's start with 12 divided by 1. We can't skip it, although 12 divided by 1 can be simplified to 12, so that it's actually a regular dodecagon.
And
Then there's 12 divided by 2, 12 divided by 3.
5 shapes appear on the paper. 37 labels each one with its leafly symbol and began to evaluate them.
12 divided by 3 is too clumsy. 12 divided by 5 is too extreme. And the
equilateral, Jesus.
The equilateral triangle is the most stable, making the shape it forms the best of the 4 regular dodecagrams.
brilliant.
This is an excellent geometric shape, which means that ice cream must be a great dessert.
To express her appreciation of the shape, 37 draws a smiling face into that. Even the narration, my goodness. To express her appreciation of the shape, 37 draws a smiling face beneath the decagram labeled 12 out of 4. The person next to her looks down at the smiling doodle and can't help but laugh. Huh? A commendable choice indeed, but
And I...
personally, I might favor this rather more charming one, composed of 3 squares. X pulls out his pen and draws a smiley face next to another shape. I've manufactured gears in this shape before. They prove quite reliable and complete some of my more intriguing relays. Unassuming shapes often come with unexpected abilities.
I'm a bit surprised you choose 12 divided by 3. Squares are solid, simple shapes. They don't match the impression you give off.
Interesting.
So, in your impression, Miss 37, I'm a restless and complex boy?
Well, you certainly aren't a square, but a 12 divided by 3 dodecagram is different.
Your
It
number.
comes from the...
Why are you talking about numbers? 37's.
It comes from the most basic of shapes, but doesn't conform to the same rules. It's unique. I think I've picked up some clues for solving your number puzzle.
I'm bored.
Hey, just tell me one thing. Why do people always aim for the low-hanging fruit? Look, 12 over 5 is obviously way cooler. The childish relay continues, and a third smiley face appears, the most arrogant of them all. It's like an untreated thunderfig husk, prickly like a hedgehog. Its flesh is sort of juicy, or even edible, but it's excellent for making anti-electric paste.
I have to remind you.
Let me spell it out for you. Only cowards fear shapes. Smart people use them.
You mean it's challenging, but it holds significance? That makes sense. Each interior angle of 12 divided by 5 is 30 degrees. A special case among all acute angles. Its right angle side is always equal to half the hypotenuse. When we want a right triangle, we almost always choose between an isosceles and this. What about you, Mesmer?
The question comes both inevitably and unavoidably.
Do I really have to choose one? Isn't this kind of juvenile? Fine, this one. 12 divided by 2. A dodecagram made of 2 hexagons. I thought as much.
Nothing.
I just picked randomly.
Yes, exactly.
But it feels like you. Look at these 120-degree interior angles. They restrain their sharpness, appearing calm and steady. But hexagons are never truly stable. They collapse of any vertex. Oh, sorry, I mispronounced that. But hexagons are never truly stable. The collapse of any vertex can lead to catastrophic results. You have 2 hexagons, which helps, but they lock each other in. If either could be enlarged or reduced slightly, that would be an improvement. If they nested perfectly, we would obtain 6 larger, more aesthetically pleasing isosceles triangles.
Fabulous.
Is this some kind of geometry-based divination? I think it's time we wrap this up.
No.
Wait! We have one more shape! The regular dodecagon! We can't omit it just like that!
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one, Number Girl. I don't think anyone can stand having such an obvious blank space smack dab in the middle of all this.
But who could it be?
Good.
Considering where we are, should it not be Ezra?
Well. Not soap opera juvenile games you implied.
Keep away from me.
Look, I just want whatever this is to end as quickly as possible. I'm happy that you've come around to seeing the charm of geometry, Mesmer. But who is Ezra?
Mesmer turning the her head, is 12, bestowing it with a wider smile than her own. Yeah, everyone loves Ezra. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a thumbnail.
A friend of ours. A very sincere, knowledgeable friend. And the new curator of this museum. I hope you will get a chance to meet him. I think you'd get along well.
I think.
Is he a human then? Not an arcanist? You've heard of him? No, but you said he's a dodecagon. A dodecagon is different from these other shapes. It's not a star, but a regular polygon. However, a regular dodecagon is indispensable when considering 12 vertex shapes. Humans and arcanists are different. Their essence differs from ours. They are imaginary, non-existent numbers. But we can still locate them, using a coordinate system with I as the y-axis unit. You are a precise fraction, so if you're singing his praises, he must be exceptional. I would really like to meet him.
You may need a few days. He's busy with a very special exhibit. Oh, 37. With a gasp and a cool, unfamiliar touch, 37 is pulled back to reality from the geometric realm.
No.
My dodecagram's vertex is collapsing!
The ice cream is melting.
Yep.
It's melting! Quick! Take a bite!
Oh.
Oh, that's cute. She made sounds. Her little head collides with the ice cream.
Brilliant.
This is delicious! With such a perfect shape, it was bound to be tasty. But it's still simply astounding.
Nice.
Just standard ice cream, turned out by a machine. Though I'd say it's a better. It's just standard ice cream turned out by a machine, though. I'd say it's better than what you can get in the other refreshments areas. It's your first time eating this stuff?
This ice cream came from that machine.
The scripture says.
The doctrine tells us not to seek pleasure, nor to indulge desires. But surely bringing this machine back with me would be a total violation of the rules. It would allow us to focus on studying beautiful three-dimensional shapes more joyfully. 6 would have to improve. No.
Sure, that's the only reason. After some last-second scrambling and some well-placed bites, the melting ice cream disaster is averted. So, have you found any new insights?
Brilliant!
About ice cream? I've discovered that it's wonderful.
No, I meant your research. Have you derived any inspiration from your excursion today? Her sky blue eyes blink. She looks around, then down the ice cream in her hand, and finally slowly shakes her head.
I don't know.
I was not sure. Oh, is that so?
Ugh.
Oh, come on! The setup was perfect! This is supposed to be the part where you realize you discovered some profound truth in the mundanity of this crappy ice cream. Shout Eureka! Then rush back to the lab to work on your breakthrough.
So gross.
Medicine Pocket, you don't really believe that, do you? No one at Laplace would laugh at that joke. The exhibits in this museum are all very interesting, and this ice cream is delicious. I found many good numbers today. But
The girl looks down at her hand, where her perfect Dodecagram had been, but now nothing remains. Then she looks up. On the real-time star map on the museum ceiling, stars twinkle beautifully, a rare chance to appreciate the grandeur of the cosmos with the naked eye. The paths of the planets are clearly marked, and the vast Milky Way is obstructed by light or atmospheric pollution. Every pixel is perfectly placed.
what I do at the computing center What I do at the computing center seems to be the same. I came to get more numbers, talked with people from different fields, and it brought me D's in return.
I think.
I've grown somewhat. I've seen things, learned more, and gained more numbers than when I was on the island. However, when I look down, I still can't see where the next square is. Oh, is that so?
This is not the expected result of her treatment. Mess Jr. suddenly recalls the conjecture about planetary distances and platonic solids that the girl once marveled at in the lab. Johannes Kepler, hailed the legislator of worlds, discovered the 3 laws of planetary motion. In his book, Mysterium Cosmographica, he proposed a hypothesis. He claimed that the distances of the 6 planets that had been known at the time, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, from the Sun, could form 5 perfect platonic solids. The arrangement fits so perfectly, deep down, even the atheists at the time hoped that God had arranged the universe according to the delicate blueprint. But as we know now, his hypothesis was incorrect. Mesmer does not fully understand 37's goals or her methods, but she astutely observes that 37's research and all her efforts are predicated on a shared hypothesis. A hypothesis as beautiful as Kepler's conjecture, but equally untrue.
Have you considered
your hypothesis might be wrong.
What? Nothing. Perhaps I was a little hasty.
37's gaze shifts away from the invisible square on the floor.
John Napier took 20 years to devise logarithms, and Fermat's last theorem took 358 years to be fully proven. It's likely that my answer won't be found overnight either. I know that I need to hurry. I can't afford to waste time, but
The scripture says...
the doctrine instructs us never to lose composure or reason, to adhere to the laws of all things, and ascend to divine steps so we can reach the highest height, and not descend into the abyss of chaos. I shouldn't forget my limitations.
The other three exchange glances.
Great! Great! Fantastic!
Congratulations! It seems our mathematician has finally discovered a basic truth. Great achievements don't come overnight. The more challenging your research, the more time and effort it will take. These things are proportional. Your research is fascinating, and I look forward to the day it's completed, but don't overexert yourself. That's just a little bit of advice from your senior at the meeting center.
I regret to inform you.
Many talented researchers focus excessively on their work, forgetting that they too are mortals. We don't want you to follow in their footsteps, 37.
I don't know if I understand what you mean. I'm feeling just fine.
Fabulous.
I thought as much.
Look!
Wow, this is worse than anticipated. Look. X chooses his words carefully, but Medicine Pocket just rolls her eyes and chimes in. You look like the deflated blood moon jellyfish, oozing a vibe like you've been stuck in a plastic ball without water change for days. You got tentacles flying all over the place. And I've been meaning to ask, what's with the messy hair? Even the cactus cat in my lab grew stuff better than you. 37 looks around in confusion, attempting to locate her fictitious tentacles floundering in the air.
Oh!
Oh, I see. It's a metaphor, isn't it?
Medicine Pocket rolls her eyes again in response.
Whatever else you do, try not to stay cooped up in that lab for too long. People need a little entertainment to keep themselves sane, and that's advice from a therapist. I already have enough work on my hands. I don't want to see you lining up at the door of the artificial somnambulism therapy room.
37 blinks, contemplating for a moment before fixing bright eyes on the group.
Are you all really so concerned about me?
Someone takes issue with her choice of words.
Huh?
Yeah, right. Like, how nuts are we for caring if you work yourself into madness? You're already beyond delusional.
Thank you.
You're all so kind. Thank you. I don't feel like I'm pushing myself, but spending time with all of you makes me happy. It reminds me of the past. Whenever my friend Sophia would come to see me, if I was working on a problem, she'd linger at the door for the longest time before coming in. She'd always ask, "Am I disturbing you, 37?" To tell the truth, her visits did sometimes slow down my progress.
37 shakes her head.
But research can always be continued later. The truth is, I was happy she came to see me.
Looks like...
It sounds like a good friend there.
Yes, she's not here now, but I hope I can introduce her to everyone someday.
I'd be honored to share the secret base of ours with you and your friend. Their time together seems to be nearing its natural close. Speaking of which, remember the special exhibit I mentioned? It opens in 3 days. Our friend Ezra, our Dodecagram, exerted considerable effort to facilitate it. Medicine Pocket and I assisted him a little too. If you have time, you'd be very welcome to come and join us as you view its offerings. We can peruse the exhibit together. Of course, if our dear therapist would like, she can join us too.
Sure.
Thank you for the invitation. I'd like to come. Then I can have another ice cream.
You really like that junk, huh?
I just appreciate its geometry. It's nothing related to its taste. I think it helps my mind work more efficiently.
Well, you know what they say, sugar is good for your brain.
Nice.
That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. So if I gave you a scoop of anti-electric paste that looked like ice cream, would you eat that too?
Oh, please.
Give it a rest. Don't you find this line of questioning to be a little childish?
Why are you always taking sides? And worse, never mind. Their farewell chatter seems to go on without end. The young researchers debate over the essence of things and the functions of the taste and digestive systems. Until at last, the fifth party present brings an end to their interminable digressions.
I'm sorry.
Sorry everyone, excuse me.
Huh?
Medicine Pocket seems to have genuinely forgotten the ice cream shopkeepers there.
But
It's just, I heard you say next time, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves, but I'm afraid there won't be any more ice cream next time. My shop, well, it's closing down.
You can ring